Alright, hey guys, welcome back to the CodeO-cast.
No, that's not our branding at all.
We're back at it again.
I don't know if I
back
can-
to our CodeO-cast days. What?
I don't know if I can survive with this thing around my neck. I might take it off at some point.
Look at his choker, ladies
Oh, what
and
the?
gentlemen.
No, it's not a choker. Don't
Look
pay
at it.
attention to that.
Look at it.
Roll the intro.
Look at it. It's the CodeO-cast.
Oh, I forgot. Is that what the old intro used to be?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
How did it go?
It was. This is the CodeO-cast.
Oh, I thought you meant some other one that we tried to
Filling
do.
your day
No, I
with
know how that.
stories.
Cause I wrote that one.
And then at the end, it was like, it's the CodeO-cast.
Okay.
And then the first one was something you made in that thing with like a trumpet.
Yeah. Wait,
And
I
then
didn't press record on that one. Gosh darn it.
And then, okay. Hey guys, we're off to a great start. You couldn't see anything that I was doing on that camera. This is heckin' great, guys. Welcome to the stream. We're not even streaming this. That's how you
sorry.
know it's poor quality.
I'm sorry. Well, we can on mine, yeah.
Yeah, towards the end of that, that's what I was saying. Towards the end of the first intro that you ever wrote,
Yeah.
it goes, it's the CodeO-cast.
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're still writing it. That's a work in progress. It's always been a work in progress with the show.
We're always a work in progress.
So, Cody, what's with the attire today?
Weeb.
What are you wearing?
Weeb.
Well, what are you wearing?
Weeb.
So the people are knowledged about what your attire is for today.
My bulba.
What? No.
Weeb.
Explain yourself, sir.
It is Kingdom Hearts, as you can see. That's not Kingdom Hearts. That is quintessential quintuplets. But this is Kingdom Hearts.
He is wearing an Organization 13 robe, which is actually surprisingly kind of accurate. Like, for what it is, it's pretty good looking.
Fucking Hot Topic brand clothing.
Thanks, Hot Topic.
It's
You.
not even like from an actual like this. I don't know. Actually, wait.
What?
No, this is not a cosplay item. It's just a jacket.
Yeah,
but
but
for what it is.
for what it
actually
is,
freaking
it
cool.
works.
Hell
Because
yeah.
if you think about it, most cosplays out there are kind of that weird material, that like shiny looking weird material that sometimes doesn't even look that good.
That's what the actual cosplay item is. It's
Yeah.
just like a shiny leather looking thing.
Yeah, which is
And
sometimes
then the chains are like plastic. They're giant and plastic.
exactly. Sometimes even then it doesn't look that good. But this, it looks like more of a thing that they would wear, like a solid jacket. So I think if anything, this is more of a faithful cosplay than whatever cosplay markets try to sell out there. Because I remember when I bought my Kaneki cosplay costume for Halloween one time,
It's shiny.
it's shiny, it's got a certain material, and obviously most of these sizes, I had to measure my body size with a tape measure because some of the sizes were inaccurate or they were Japanese size, and I wasn't very confident in how they would turn out, so I had to, and even then, some of the clothing wasn't up to par, in a sense that some areas were a bit too tight, and so I wore it like a few times, and I never wore it again, just because I've outlived I've already lived like 2 or 3 events dressing up as Kanekis. I spent good money on it. I did. So lived through it. I'm done. I'll cosplay something else in the future, but not Kaneki again. Maybe if I had a better costume, but not the same one that I got.
Yeah, man, you're a Power Ranger now.
Well, yeah, that one. I spent good money on that one too. I got the boots, the helmet, the whole outfit. It's great. We will not talk about what you're thinking, but it's a great outfit. Great outfit. All it needs is minor adjustments, because I forget the cosplay suits, especially what's it called? Spandex is
Yeah.
kind of pretty skin tight. So there's some areas that you have to do some adjustments to, especially like for me, it's the funniest thing if someone has to watch me put because the spandex thing is one whole one-piece suit, so I have to like, if I don't want the help, I have to do that whole thing. You remember doing that when they would test out your stretch, like your stretch to the back, and if you could reach your fingers with the other hand.
That's how I would put on my band uniform back in high school.
Yeah, like I got good with like doing it by myself, but for some reason, because that zipper is deeper than an actual like coat, like a band coat, Because there's the bibber, like for most marching band uniforms that I've seen. You got the bibber. That's your pants plus most of the what is suspenders? I guess they're suspenders. And then
You call it a bibber?
Yeah, that's what we called it.
We call it just a bib. That's it.
And then there's the coat that goes over that actually shows the logo, the branding, and it has most of the actual good-looking things from your school uniform. Now that the coat actually kind of just extends down to your waist, so that's not hard to reach. Pull up to halfway with one hand, and then with the other half just kind of go around your back and pull it the rest of the way. Thing is, with the Power Ranger cosplay one, it reached near to my lower back, so that's kind of hard to reach. Like this, pull it up halfway, and even then it was a bit too low for my hand to reach the other way. So it was a mission every time I had to cosplay Power Ranger, just for me to enjoy it for maybe like half an hour and then be like, all right, I'm good, I can get out of this now.
But you need to wear it to a convention though.
I might not, just because it's really good for photo shoots, but after a while it's not the best to run around in.
Yeah, plus you need to get it first.
I told you not to mention it. I'm not even gonna leave that in.
Okay. I knew you weren't gonna leave that in, that's why I said it.
You're stupid.
Am I?
Yes.
Or am I too smart for my own good?
No, you're just dumb.
Am I really?
Yes.
It's so stupid it works.
You're the man that would go out of his way to go to like the highest pristine college just to find a way to prove that 2 + 2 is fish.
2 + 2 is not fish? Holy crap.
What?
Mind blown.
It's 4. It's not fish.
It's fish.
Why would it be fish?
Because
What?
1 fish, 2 fish.
3
Red
fish.
fish, blue fish.
Oh, I thought it was 3 fish. Red blue fish.
Did you not read Dr. Seuss as a kid?
Green eggs and ham, Sam I am.
That's all you read. I'm disappointed.
I also read The Cat in the Hat.
Ah, yes, the 2 most basic Dr. Seuss books. All right.
Well, I mean, when you're trying to get AR points, you just grab whatever book that is
Dude,
there.
I had like 3 whole stacks of freaking books from like Dr. Seuss and any other kids' books that are out there. I had like 3 whole stacks. They're like probably from the floor up to like around here.
Yeah.
Like 1, 2, and then 3, and then half a stack over here. And I'll just read all those for AR points because they're so easy to read.
They are. I mean, regardless, I would read books that were like 2 grades under my level so I can get them faster, so I can get points faster. Some would say, because it was true, thicker books will get you more points. Now, I don't got the time for that. So instead of doing, it's just like,
book,
it's just
you
like
just do
doing
a bunch of tiny books.
Yeah, it's just like doing what's it called, farming in RPGs. Instead of going for an actual big, good enemy that can get you a ton of XP right then and there, even though it'll take you a lot of time, you'll get the reward. Just do the side quests or go back a few levels and do some of those things. You'll get the things you want. It's the same results, just different ways of going about it. Same with the stats and all that. AR points was just a video game. It was just the simplest
just an RPG.
It was just a real life RPG. Instead of going for the big bosses, everybody just went for the side quests to get XP through there.
I mean, RPG stands for role-playing game, so isn't life in general just all of us playing an RPG?
Oh, my
But
expert.
it just sucks.
If that's the case, my level is not high.
You're probably higher than I am, though.
Everyone has different stats. Even like in RPGs, even like when you don't get to make your own character, but you pick a class, stuff like that, there's attributes. Like, let's say this class is a bigger attribute in strength, some in speed, and some are just in agility. Others are just smarter when it comes to tech. So we all have our expertise level, whether we may have similar interests, but our expertise level is very different. So I'm assuming if there was a row of stats that popped up just like SAO or something, like Sword Art Online, where like we pop our little menu and show our stats to people, I'm sure our our points would be allocated to different areas and not just even though there's similar goals, they're differently allocated the way we decided. You get me?
If you had stats, what would they be?
We have to decide what stats we're dealing with here, though. Like, would it be
actually?
Okay.
There's a
There's a
website.
Yeah.
That you can do, like, it asks you questions, and then it gives you like stats based off of your answers. So you know exactly what type of stats you would have. It's like a D&D thing. But it shows all of your stats.
Why not just let's look up the stats that D&D uses, and we can go based off there. Ohana means ephemery. So, all right. After taking the time to
take a test here. We got ourselves some stats. Who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
We'll go one by one and see what we get.
All right.
So for strength, I got an 11.
For strength, I too got an 11.
I could see that though.
Interesting.
I could see that.
I think we're strong, but just in different
different areas. Yeah.
Because you got more upper body than I do, but I
Mhm.
got more lower body than you do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. For the intuition, I got 14.
I too got a 14.
How in the hell?
That's intelligence, right?
That's intelligence, yeah.
Intelligence. I mean, we're both smart in the things we would desire to get smart in, you know?
Yeah.
So maybe our capability of being knowledgeable is what's the stat here. Maybe not how much we know, you know? Maybe because intelligence means like how much what you know of, and like maybe not so much, you know, through like studying and all that. So we have the capability to study very well. I guess not as hard as others. So there we go. For wisdom, what did you receive?
Oh, I thought we were taking turns going first on each one.
Huh?
I thought we were taking turns going first on each one.
We did.
Yeah.
I went first. You went second. Then I went.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you say yours first, because I said mine first last time.
I see. I see what you meant now.
Yeah.
For wisdom, I received a grand total of 17.
Holy crap! I got 15.
Well, what did you do wrong?
I don't know, man. Probably because I'm not known for being smart.
Yeah.
I'm known for being like cunning, especially when it comes to lies. But when it comes to like actual like smartness and being like, oh, he's like a bookworm or something, I'm not known for that at all.
Yeah.
That's probably what it was.
Probably.
Because I'm known for being like only a little bit more on the common sense side, but less book smart, more street smart.
Mm-hmm.
I guess you can say.
I see, says the blind man.
Yeah. Because honestly, even then in school, you're a better student than I am. I will readily admit that.
It's only because I tried extremely hard my first 2 years, and the last 2 years I only got by enough to make my parents proud, and that was about it.
All right. For dexterity, I got a 15.
15. I got a 10. So the differences are starting to pop up more often.
Oh, yeah. I think, too, or dexterity, that seems about accurate for both of us.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's more agility based and like maneuverability, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay. For me, for Constitution, I received a 12.
For Constitution, I got a 15.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
The lower half of the stats are starting to show.
Yes. It's the lower part of the stats that really...
So what you're saying is you're really resilient.
Yeah.
And so there was a lot of questions about getting sick. You don't get sick at all?
No.
I mean,
I rarely ever get... Like, honestly, the day that I got sick and had to miss the like half a week of work was the first time I've been that sick in forever.
Yeah, that's why I put only once a year, because I don't get sick often, and if anything, I only get sick because well, I don't know, not the because, but I only get sick for like the next 5 or 6 hours. It's never the rest of the day.
Yeah,
like a nap will usually do it.
Like, honestly, with me, I don't get sick once a year. Like, I do have seasonal allergies, but I don't actually like get sick once a year. It's more like once every 3 to 5 years I get sick.
Yeah.
It's very, very rare. Sometimes it's been like more than 5 years since I've been sick. So, yeah. And for charisma, I got an 11.
I got a 16.
I mean, you are the more social one out of both of us, so...
Well, yeah, I mean, it was more, since I was a kid, it's always talking. Like my mom, I don't know if she is right, but she says I already spoke semi-fluent Spanish by the time I was 1 year old. So speaking is part of me, and rambling is guaranteed without flaw.
Yeah, because it was also about, like, attraction to other people as well.
Yeah, I mean... There was something in there about, like, have you been considered attractive to people of the opposite sex? And yes. And then
I have to.
Then there's the following question, where it's like, have you been considered attractive by people of the same sex? And I've gotten friends who have told me that people that they know were asking if I was a gay, which I'm not. But, you know, it showed that their intentions were specific intentions. And so I took that as a yes, you know.
I know
that's proof enough. That's proof enough.
Yeah, no, I have lot of proof from when I used to work over in downtown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've all heard the stories here on the podcast before.
Gentlemen
So-
getting too handsy.
Yeah, but that's why I answered yes on that. But the one that I answered most was, or the one that probably affected this was the, are you more likely to get rejected when asking somebody else? That one I put yes, I'm more likely to get, because like, the only people who have been with me in a relationship are people
Uh-huh.
who use me, or like people that want something
Uh-huh.
from me. But if it's like somebody that doesn't want anything from me,
Yeah.
or like doesn't want to use me for something,
Yeah.
then they always just say, no, I see you more as a friend. I'm like, okay, that's
Yeah.
cool.
The thing with me is, I guess, compared to you, I haven't shot my shot as much as you have. And so the few times that I have put myself out there, it succeeded because I think I only ever put myself out there when I felt like it was a for sure, or I felt like I had a pretty good chance. Even with people I knew that were out of my league, even though there was that little crush, even in high school, it was like, well, I mean, a good chunk of me knew it was never going to happen. So I only put yes because the only times I have attempted, a small percentage was no, or like you said, it's just not that kind of relationship. But it is what it is. That's why I put yes, because majority of the times that I have, it was as I had succeeded.
Wait, so did you put you're more likely to get rejected?
No, that I put no.
Oh, there you go. But yeah, no, I pretty much shot my shot until I stopped wanting to shoot.
It's not that I run out of bullets, Mr. Krabs.
It's just that
I don't want to shoot anymore, Mr. Krabs.
What's that meme? Silence. Which I don't wish to be like this anymore. I just want to be happy.
Mr. Krabs, I can't shoot no more. Me boy, are you out of bullets? No, Mr. Krabs, you've given me plenty of ammo. I just can't shoot no more.
I can't do it anymore, man.
I can't do it anymore, Mr. Krabs. Squidward just won't budge. What?
Oh God.
I'm just joking. Oh, Squidward.
Oh man.
The only man that could challenge him was a rich man.
Right.
And a whole community of people just like him. He'd much rather live next to the annoying sponge and to the dumb as a rock star.
Who lives under a rock? Too.
Exactly. The dumb as a rock
He's as dumb as
star.
his house.
Exactly. He's as dumb as his living situation.
Oof.
He'd much rather live there than a community filled with people like him, because as is the testament, opposites will always attract, ladies and gentlemen.
Ah. You see that one person walking down the street that's the complete opposite of you? Yeah, approach him. Shoot your shot. Or her. Shoot your shot.
Yeah, there you go.
You ever see a polar opposite of yourself? Don't worry about compatibility. Just shoot your shot, because ultimately, opposites attract.
Yeah, just like the North and the South Pole. They used to be together at some point.
And just like them, you two will be together at some point and then diverge later.
I'm just joking. That doesn't make sense at all. The land at the South Pole maybe sometime was probably was probably part of the conglomerate that was Pangea. But the pole is still the pole.
Moral of this, the pole is still a pole. Moral of the story is,
Call me.
no matter how.
Go on. When you want. Call me when you need.
Moral of the story is that at some point you'll be together, and you'll be apart.
What?
Because that's life.
What?
That's life in a nutshell.
Huh?
Life is always about coming together, and then drifting apart.
Is that what Kingdom Hearts is about?
No.
Oh.
Kingdom Hearts is about being connected by your heart.
Oh.
You are me and I am you, and for some reason we're also not each other for some. Yeah.
And you do you. And I do me. And we
We
won't do each other. Probably.
That's great.
No one
And-
knows the true meaning of Kingdom Hearts, and that's
No
just the
one.
way it is.
No one does.
Skibidi boop bap bap dee bap ba da bap boop beep bap ba da bap ba dee dee boom bam ba boom bam ba boom bam ba 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 da ba ba da 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 da.
I see. Also,
What?
now that we touched the subject of RPGs,
Yeah.
you just got an RPG, didn't you?
I did. I got Digimon Cyber Sleuth, something like that. I've from what I said last episode, it's very interesting just because Digimon. But if you need more
Not just
information,
the biddies.
but what? But if you need more information, from what I can tell so far, because I've only played like the first hour and a half so far, from what it seems like, there's this trio of people. It's like a girl, the main protagonist, which is you, and then you have your Sasuke kind of looking dude who's probably gonna end up being the Sasuke of this trio. They're in a chat room. And there's this hacker that pops into their chat room and he's like, hey, all of y'all folks, if you all don't go where I tell you to, I'm going to hack you and I'm going to delete your accounts. Most of the people in that group, they're like, all right, bye, I'm not dealing with this. But these trio, they're like, I'm scared to lose my account. I need to keep this account. All right, I'm going. They show up to where they're supposed to go. And it's basically like SAO. You log into the world with your own.
You die in real life.
No. Except for that, but it's just like SAO. You have your own avatar. You go into this digital world.
Full dive.
Huh?
Full dive.
Yeah, basically, it's just like full dive. They just full dive in there. Everyone's like, "Dang, these avatars are great. I can run and do all these things and not have to worry about how my body gets affected by." And so you're supposed to meet this evil entity, I guess, quote unquote evil. So I don't even know. This entity in the deepest and darkest levels of this world, of this digital world, and it's like, all right, I just hacked all of your accounts without you knowing, and I put in the ability for you to claim Digimon, because Digimon, they're data, so they exist in this world, and by a certain order of events, you end up getting your own Digimon, and now you have Pokemon. So I'm gonna enjoy getting a team of Digimon and getting to the story because it looks interesting. You have been so what I thought was being framed to be a hacker, maybe because there's two ways the story can go. When you first load up the game, there's this lady that's like, "Hi, you're gonna start this game, and I'm gonna show you the pathway of how this works." There's two ways the story can go. You can be chosen to be a hacker. Apparently, it's like one story is if you barely started the game, and the other story is if you already know what's going on and you want to take a different path in the story. I chose the beginner path because I don't know what's going on. And so in the story that I'm doing, you get chosen to be a hacker because of what happens. Maybe in the other one, you still get framed to be a hacker, but I'm not sure. It is what it is. And so right now, my character has been chosen to be a hacker. He has a Digimon. I don't know what he's going to do with it, but I'm going to get through it. Yeah, Terriermon. He's great. Cute and cuddly. He's kind of looks like a rabbit with big bunny ears, like big bunny ears or something like that. But yeah, he's great. He comes out in Digimon Tamers, I think 3rd season of Digimon, and he is owned by the Stick in the Mud in the team, which is funny.
But Omar,
yeah,
is the chick that's named after a phone just as strong as that phone that she's named after?
Nokia? I don't know. Nokia?
I just found that funny because I just got a new game too. I got the Halo Master Chief Collection, and as I was playing Reach, I look over and I just see this chick with twin tails, with the name Nokia. I'm like, wait, huh?
Yeah, I think that's the name of her avatar because she presents her name to be Arata, something like that. Like,
hi, I have a Nokia phone. This is also my avatar name.
No, yeah, probably, yeah.
My new character name will be T-Mobile.
No,
sponsored by T-Mobile.
No, if only. But no. Yeah, sure. Her name is Nokia for some reason, and the Sasuke guy, his online name is Blue Box, and then he has some other name, just Blue Box, and so he has some other random name. And I don't know. I'm just excited because I've been wanting this game for a good while because I've never played an RPG with Digimon in it. The closest thing I ever heard of that was downloading a mod to where you can download Digimon into Minecraft. That was the closest thing you could do, where you could basically like Pixelmon. You could have Digimon in Minecraft, build your own Digivices, Digivolve them, fight with other Digimon, get through a story. You're not listening. You're making fun of the guy's name.
No. Sasuke is known as Blue Box. But
yeah, I'm excited to play it just because I had never heard of a Digimon RPG before, so I'm excited. And it looks pretty good, and it looks like it was released maybe in like, I don't know when it was released. I should look it up, but for some reason it it looks the way it does. So maybe it's a little dated, but hey, it looks great to me. And the main character, just like every main character in Digimon, has goggles because it's a shtick. Every main character from Digimon has to have goggles.
Interesting.
Did you not know that?
Interesting, very interesting. Digimon with the tropes, man.
Yeah.
With
What kind of tropes do Kingdom Hearts have? Huh?
Riku!
And who else?
Kairi!
Blonde Kairi! I mean, wait.
No!
Nominee!
Oh my god, it's blonde Kairi. Oh my god, it's dark-haired Kairi. Holy crap, it's red-haired Riku.
Who the heck is red-haired Riku?
Axel.
Ah,
Because there's always a trio.
yeah,
Think about it.
yeah.
Because there's Ventus, Aqua, and Terra.
There's Roxas, Xion, and Axel.
And then there's Sora, Riku, and Kairi. And they're all almost the exact same.
Who does Nominee get? Nominee gets nobody?
I mean, technically speaking, wait, no. I haven't played up until now, and I don't remember much from my Kingdom Hearts 2 playthrough like years ago.
Yeah.
But I don't know if this is still a thing or not, but it was said that Namine is Kairi's nobody.
Oh, yeah, I remember now.
Yeah. Just like Roxas is Sora's nobody.
Yeah.
And then somehow in part 3, they're all alive. And not actually nobody.
So,
Because they all have hearts.
they're the chosen 9, in a sense.
Pretty much. Along with King Mickey.
King Mikadis.
And then I noticed in the... Because there's a video of like the full story and DLC story with Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
And I noticed there's a part of the game where everybody's captured and you play as Mickey.
Yeah.
And it's the longest freaking sequence ever because he's like hurt. There's just you like... like just going through like a straight line with wind blowing towards you.
Uh-huh.
And then you get like blown back a little bit. He's like, ah! He falls face first and you just keep going. It's like the longest sequence where you do absolutely nothing but move forward.
Uh-huh.
I was like, why is this in the game? You couldn't have made it shorter? It took for so, like...
They had to make it dramatic. The animators had time. And when you give the animators time, they're going to go all out. And obviously Kingdom Hearts has time. You see how extensive their release schedule is?
Oh, yeah.
They're like JonTron.
Dude, their release schedule is on par with freaking Soul Calibur.
When is Soul Calibur release?
Oh yeah, Soul Calibur, there is one release for Xbox 360.
Mm-hmm.
That was part 5.
Okay.
And then part 6 didn't come out until like a few years ago.
Dang.
So this is like early like kind of mid 2010s.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one wasn't released till like 2019. 2018, 2019. They take like, I think maybe 5 years per game.
I think that's more natural than having a year come out every single year, just like the sports games.
Yeah, because
it's natural progression.
A lot of times when games are released every year, they're rushed.
They are.
And when you have it rushed, they give it to you half-fast. So then later on in updates, you have to download every single thing.
Mm-hmm.
And if they want to make more money off of it because the initial release didn't make them that much money, then they start turning what they were going to put in the game originally into DLC, so you pay for that.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about the gaming system now. Is like, you get half-assed work and you have to either pay for the full thing or you have to wait for every single update. And you're still going to be paying for it because you have to get more storage per update.
True. Well, even then, I think there's like, I don't know if it was PS5 or Xbox, that they have proprietary ways of getting expandable storage. You can't just go buy a hard drive or an SD card now. That's a proprietary, like they invented the way to expand the storage on their consoles. You can't buy it anywhere else. It has to be that specific device. If not, it won't actually be compatible. So
Apple products much.
Yeah, Apple product is like, we invented a charger solely for our devices. We invented an OS solely for our devices. Our PCs, who uses Windows, we made Mac OS.
Oh yeah, we took off your headphone jack so you can buy a headphone jack.
Oh yeah.
And only this can only be from us because we have a plug that's only designed specifically for our phones.
You know what's sad?
Hmm.
I've never beaten the Ender Dragon legit.
Oof.
I just got reminded of that because I have my creeper and my villager figurines up on my desk.
Dude,
Yeah.
at least you play Minecraft. I got Minecraft like a long time ago, and I never played it.
You're
And
playing
then-
it with us now.
Now I am, but at least you like not beating the Ender Dragon hurts you more than it hurt me, just because I don't play it often.
Well, yeah, I've
Not
never.
too into it, I guess.
It's because, like, for me, when I get into Minecraft, I'm more of a builder, so I like to get into, like,
Oh, I've
building kind of
noticed.
things. And so, when it comes to the story side of things, I'm like, I mean, I can, but every time that I've done so, like, going to look for the Ender Portal and all that, I've always done it through unlegitimate ways, where it's like, I download the, not download, but I just pop it to creative, just get all the Ender eyes through there, and just doing it quickly, then getting a bunch of diamond art from creative, and I've beaten them unlegitly, so I know what it looks like. But, you know, grabbing all the diamond armor yourself and taking the time to make enough ender eyes to where you can have enough to where you throw and they don't break by the time you get there. You know, I've never taken that step like on my own. It's always been like, I'll just find it at some point, or like I will just not just at some point. But then I just get to invest in my builds, or I just want to keep sprucing up my base.
Oh, yeah,
To show it off to no one, because in high school I had no one to show it off to.
To invest in your builds, dude. That's just you right now, too.
What?
I was like, let's go explore the Nether. Let's just like work, like make everything like good to go, so we can go explore the Nether. Hang on,
Yeah.
I'm gonna build this first. Hang on, I want to design this first.
Well, yeah, look nice.
Alright.
I mean, look at the basement that we have in our world. If you guys check out the streams on Omar Go 404 or on the Dig channel, you
Right here.
yeah, you'll see when we hop into the Minecraft world, we have very nicely decorated Nether portal.
And 2 towers that look very, very suggestive.
The one was not intentional. The other one, I'm sure it was. The basement of the main tower where everyone lives at, because I made basically a hotel. The
But we
basement
don't
of
charge
it.
people though.
No, the basement
Why?
has. What would we charge them? There's no currency in Minecraft.
Emeralds.
Yeah, but those are extremely hard to find. That would not be a proper currency. I feel
Redstone.
like I feel like if you were to do currency, I think I would put silver, like no iron. Iron would be like a good $5. You know.
Redstone.
I think it just depends on the rarity. Cause let's see. Actually, maybe no. Maybe. Cause stone is not worth anything. It really isn't.
Redstone.
Hold on. I'm getting there. Chill. Calm yourself, bro. Let's see. If we were to put iron, let's say at $1, we could put we can finally give gold a use and put it at a $5 mark.
Finally give gold a use.
You know what? Forget that. Gold will be the $1. Iron will be the $5 mark.
Oh my god.
We can give redstone the $20 mark. $20. And we'll give diamond the $100. Emerald could be the $50. And there we go. And there we could charge what?
God damn, then that means freaking traders are like, hey, give us give us $150 for a slice of bread.
True.
Or a carrot.
Yeah.
No, screw the bread, just a carrot.
Exactly. But yeah, the basement area where we have all supplies, the enchantment table, everything that one might need for adventures or stuff like that. Yeah, I took down all the walls, and we even have a little fish pond there, and replaced it with netherrack, so it has more of a dungeony nether feel. And then as soon as you swim out of the pond, it takes you directly to the under the bridge where there's the decorated nether
Where a
portal.
troll lives.
No, I don't.
There's a troll under the bridge.
There's no. Why? What's up with that? What's up with that myth and like trolls living under bridges? Why does it have to be under a bridge?
I don't know.
It's not like they're ever charging people to cross.
Actually, in the myth, there are like trolls that don't allow you to cross unless you either pay them or you solve something that they want you to solve.
See, the solving thing, I think that's dumb. When you're charging them, I see where the business is at. Because I mean, if you control the passage, you have a business.
It's like a toll road.
Yeah, basically. But if your currency is feeling satisfied that someone is not or is solving your riddle, what's the point in that? That doesn't bring you food to the table. It doesn't bring you enjoyment. Maybe enjoyment of seeing people fail, but I don't think it's really bringing you any
Ooh, you can't cross my eyebrows until you solve this riddle. What's 5 plus 10?
15.
God dang it! You pass.
Stinking troll is in like rags and a loin and like not a loincloth, but the sack. What's it?
Like a potato sack?
Yeah, the potato sack has got the potato sack on. And it's all it has is a club, so it's not even that intimidating to begin with.
Oh, it's like a cloth tunic.
Yeah. That's what realistically I think that's what a troll under a bridge would be doing if their form of letting you pass would be riddles. There's no way they would be that intimidating because it would just be like a small troll with just like little itty bitty things. Like, where's your weapon? I couldn't afford it. So what's the danger there? It's better if they charge, make some money, and then once you're like super rich, start charging riddles or whatever. It's like you could pay the $40 for passage or solve my riddle. How's that sound? See, that's more appealing.
Are you smart or are you rich?
And that way the losers just, they got to pay out, or the big brain boys solve. Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. It's like either you're smart, you're rich, or you're none. You can't pass.
What's another myth that doesn't make sense? I don't know. I mean, I guess all I know is I love the movies of Shrek because they take myths and they pull them upside down, but by adding some modern terms. Dude, one of my favorite scenes. I think it's from Shrek 2, where they're recreating like cops scenes.
Oh yeah,
like cop chases.
They, like did the pepper shaking.
Yeah. There's a guy instead of pepper spray is just a shaking pepper on top of who? On top of, I think it was Shrek, right?
Yeah.
On top of human Shrek, and then finding like catnip on Puss in Boots, like
that's
just
not mine.
Like if it were drugs, it's like that is not mine.
Shrek 2, not one of the greater Shrek movies, but still funny nonetheless.
I think it was the best.
The best?
Yeah.
Huh.
I think because
no, Shrek 3 is the one I'm thinking of. That's not that good.
Because sequels are supposed to raise the bar, And for me, it's Shrek 2, Shrek 1, Shrek 3, Shrek 4. No, okay, my bad. 2, 1.
There's only 4.
4
hasn't come out yet.
Then 3. I think 3 was the least underwhelming one.
Yeah, because it's just about a brat becoming king.
Yeah, but 4 is challenging Shrek through like what he wants in life, and once he gets it, he lost what he actually truly loved most. So that one was pretty heavy. One's just great. Yeah.
Some.
But yeah. And then the second one is just god tier. I mean, the line about sausage fingers, I identify with.
Ah, yes. Get the sausage
fingers. Get your sausage fingers out of my face.
Mommy.
Late at night.
That's copyright. It's copyright.
Ooh.
Hey, one thing's for sure. Twitter cannot be mad about Shrek 2 because that was woke as hell. Didn't you see all the princesses ganging up on those trees, dude?
And the transvestite.
Oh yeah, the tranny chick.
I never understood that joke until I grew up. I
never realized it. I was like, wait.
I just thought she just had a deep voice.
Sound like a dude.
Well, I mean, I was like, all right, she's got a deep voice. That's cool.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, wait. I can see why they call her the ugly stepsister. And then later on, it was actually revealed that she used to be a dude.
Yeah.
I forgot through what, but it actually shows what she looked like before and after.
Mm-hmm.
But I forgot where. Editor, put up a picture if you find it.
I'll try, but I'll probably look it up first and then look up the image because I don't know how do I look it up. But yeah.
Yeah, I did not get that until I saw that, and I was like, wait a minute.
Yeah, it took me a good couple years, so I finally realized what was going on. Yeah, wait, how did your parents try to explain that one?
They didn't. My dad was just laughing, and I was like, what? Why does she sound like that? Okay, I guess. And we just continued watching the movie. They didn't explain anything to me.
Kids movie, everybody.
I know, right?
But yeah, Shrek 2 is the bomb.
It is great,
It's
dude.
the bomb. But is it the bomb.com? Isn't there a white night?
You're gonna get us copyrighted. We're not gonna have anything on this video now.
I need a Kylo Ren.
I'm sorry, what?
I need a Kylo Ren who saves the third franchise. of Star Wars because this trilogy is super trash and they killed them off because they suck. I need a Kylo
women.
Ren. Huh?
They killed him off because women need more characters.
Sure, I guess. Rey was fine. I was okay with
Rey
her.
was alright.
I just wish
she's overhyped. I'm gonna say that. She's overhyped.
Wish she would have. So you know what? It's like I said before in other episodes. I mean, I would have been fine with a Sith who grows into being
focusing more on
Jedi.
Ben Solo.
Yeah, even if it's let's do it that way. Let's say there was no Ben Solo and it's just Rey who is born into being a Sith. Let's say that's just Rey Solo. That it was just Rey's story that she grows out of.
Solo.
Let's say she actually was the daughter of a Skywalker. So, okay, let's say she was the daughter of Han and Leia. Okay, let's say that this was the story about her. There's no Jedi counterpart. It's just her living a life as a Sith, and slowly through a matter of events, meeting people in her journey, that she slowly starts going to the light, rejecting the ideals that she posed, that she got presented to, or the promise of power that was never really there to begin with. That through her own, she decides to get her own power, not through abilities and all that, but because of her own conviction, she decides to go to the light because she, in her true beliefs, she sees this path as a betterment to the galaxy, and not through the Empire. Because maybe that's what it is. Sometimes we just don't need a villain. Sometimes the biggest villain is ourselves, and that, I mean, anyone can attest to that.
Deep, man.
I mean, I can attest to that fully because of all the times that I've spent in my auditions, like let's say the music auditions, all this time that I've spent preparing, sometimes I ruined them myself by worrying too much, making myself think that all that hard effort was for naught, and ruining my auditions by letting my mind race, by letting my anxiety take over. And I think that would have been much more identifiable to see a Sith who deals with anxiety, deals with her inner demons, and takes those and as a stepping point towards the Jedi path, rather than, oh, you got a green lightsaber, which slash blue, or you got a red one. Let's duke it out.
I am my biggest villain.
We all are. No one knows your weaknesses more than yourself.
All right, bet. I'm going to defeat myself right now.
What? No. We can't do that anymore.
I was just... Okay, we're back. It's like a blackout right here.
It wasn't me, I swear. As I retract the Pokemon. Come back. It's just Geodude. It's like, how do I make this rock powerful? Stick arms in it. It's Geodude now. But
you must catch a Geodude and name him the Rock.
Do you smell what he's cooking though?
Can Geodude cook though?
I'm pretty sure he can cook more than the Onyx.
Onyx just crashes through the stove.
Wait, because Geodude is just you. I mean, I'm sorry, Onyx is just Onyx, right? Or does he?
He evolves into Steelix.
Yeah, he evolves into Steelix. My bad. I forget that he is the first and goes into Steelix. People just forget about Steelix. They just care about Geodude, honestly. And Geodude
he's so meme worthy.
Yeah,
Geodude is such a meme.
Mm-hmm.
It's great.
Just like I mean, Gyarados is the prime example of something sucky that turns into something amazing. You just gotta give it a chance.
Abuse it.
Yeah, you just gotta give it a chance.
You gotta abuse your Pokemon enough, and then they'll become cool.
I guess, but like stinking, what's it called?
Keep punching your Magikarp.
All you do is you put Magikarp as your first in line every time you battle.
Kill him.
No, and then you retract them and you pull out your main boy and you get the XP there because there's no way this man's just gonna splash his way into victory.
Poor Magikarp.
You throw him out, he splashes on the ground for a little bit, take him back, and then throw out your main boy. Let's just say in this case it's Infernape. He incinerates the other opponent, and you know what? Some XP goes to Magikarp, a little bit goes to you, unless you have the XP share that just distributes you to everybody. Which yeah, so eventually you'll get a Gyarados, hopefully a red one, because the red ones are super cool. But that's if you find the rare golden Magikarps.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Editor. Put in a Geodude face swap meme here. It can be anything as long as it's stupid.
No. All right, I guess I'll try. But yeah,
Just puts both of our faces on a geodude.
back to what I was saying about Star Wars. I think that would have been a much better plot because it switches up the formula. We've had the original story of good versus evil. Yeah, your Luke versus Daddy Vader, and then we take a trip back in time to see Darth Vader's origins. And while there was good versus evil, it was more about the internal conflict that was going on within Anakin the whole time. From being taken as once he was a child, suffering from his mom dying in the second movie, and then him taking the steps towards going towards dark side in the final moments. And so that is not the same formula as the first couple movies because they're a prequel, and obviously they set the stage for what is supposed to come afterwards. Now with the new trilogy, a lot of people like to claim that 7 is not a carbon copy, but takes a lot of the same elements of movie 4. Now, there's nothing wrong with that. Inspiration is not wrong. I wouldn't say it's straight up copying, but there is elements that put them on a parallel line. Now, there would be nothing wrong with that if they did something with it, which is why I said to switch up the formula, get rid of your counterpart, and place the enemy to be yourself. I mean, I guess they kind of put seeds of that in the last movie, if you can sit through it, because I barely did. I barely sat through it. But Rey could have been much better written. I think she would have been great. Yeah, the actress did a great job with what she was given. But, she could have been a Sith.
This is how you know we actually do mean it when we say we watch things for the plot.
What? The heck?
We analyze plots of everything, Omar. Isn't that true?
What's a show that you overanalyzed and you feel like you shouldn't? Like a show that that shouldn't be this deep, but you did.
Oh man, I gotta think back now.
I know for sure. I overanalyzed because as I grew older, I found YouTube and I found people who analyze things that I really enjoyed. So now that I'm older, I do it on my own. So I loved watching
Power
this.
Rangers.
Yes, I loved watching this series called History of Power Rangers by Linkara. If you ever have time, go check it out. He's a great, very great guy. Does comic books and does not just review Power Rangers. Regardless, I watched every single one of his reviews of every single season, and he did it in 3-4 parts, each one like 30 minutes, because there's just a lot to cover. Everything from episodic plots to the overarching story, character build, like character growth and all that. He covered every single thing. And so now when I'm watching a new season, I'm already thinking in my head, it's like, is this like a character growth? Is this what it means? Like, is this the message that they're coming across? Yes, this may be filler, but there's still stuff going on within the characters. Like, not that I'm over analyzing every single bit of plot, but I'm taking more stuff into consideration, which I think even made watching movies even more fun, especially with the Marvel ones, where it's like finding bits and pieces of what could this lead to the next movie, or what like a slight look to the left mean for a character. It's just great.
The thing is, I don't think I overanalyze shows and movies that much, but I overanalyze music.
Music.
Yeah, because I could hear like a certain thing.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, is this just music, or is it like telling a story? Is this what this means? Is this what this one note means?
What are you, Kose Harima?
Weren't you the one to say we're so much alike? Hey, look, your last names both began with an A, end with an A, and had the exact same amount of syllables. Holy crap, it's you. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah,
I mean, you're both depressed boys.
Oh yeah, you're both depressed boys.
And actually, there was a point in time where I was playing guitar and I could not hear the notes. Like, so in class, we had to like play our solos in front of each other.
Yeah.
Which is no big deal as long as you know your solo. And I knew my solo. In practice, I would always do really, really good when I was just playing by myself. But for some reason, this one day, I was playing and I could not hear what I normally hear. Like, normally I hear the melody, I hear everything, and it sounds like the way I picture it to sound. But here, I just couldn't hear anything. It was almost like I was deaf to the music. It just sounded like random notes here and there, and I was like, this doesn't sound like what? And I choked so bad that, like, they're like, it's okay, you did fine, you did like the pity thing that
Yeah.
you always do,
Mhm.
and I hated that because I knew it was the pity thing, because you can tell right
Mhm.
away, like just by the way they look at you, like they give you that look, like oh no, oh no.
Yeah.
You could see it on their face. See, so that made it even worse for me. But I guess that's another similarity I have to the character you mentioned.
Mhm.
But when it comes to music, I actually told you this before, that like when it comes to even lyrics too, like just the slightest thing can mean something
Mhm.
different. Like I remember there's this song called Into the Ocean
Yeah.
by this band called Blue October that I
Mhm.
used to listen to a lot as a kid, and I never really understood it as a kid. But the more and more I kept listening to it, the more it started to sound like an actual story and
Mhm.
stuff. So, um, as a kid, I always thought, why did he jump off a boat and now he's drowning? Like, why did he do that? Why, like, what? Because I just thought it was about a song about a guy who jumped off a boat and now the boat's leaving and he's drowning in
Yeah.
water. Because those are the lyrics. But as I look into lyrics, like especially now that I've been through a lot of stuff, my perception of it has changed.
Mhm.
And so when he's like, let the waves like come down, let the let like all the natural disasters set in motion. He's just
Yeah.
like accepting all the problems that are going on in his life. He's like, don't help me, just let it happen.
Mhm.
And when he says that he jumped off the boat just to show people that he knew how, it's like he did some things just to appease people, and now he regrets it. And that's what led him to like drowning in the ocean. And the real thing is that he's not drowning in the ocean, but rather drowning in like despair and
Mhm.
stuff. So what I think now, I could be completely wrong. It could just be a song about a guy drowning in the ocean.
Yeah.
But my take on it is like this dude did some things for the wrong people, like to impress the wrong people, and now he regrets it, and it haunts him for a long, long time. Um, it cost him somebody that he really, really cared about, because he always mentions that he sees her face, and that the loss of her, the one I love. That lyric really, like, emphasizes that, and um, he's trying to swim, but he just doesn't know how. He's like trying to find help to get out of his depression and out of these like mental problems, but he just doesn't know how. Like he doesn't. At the same time, he doesn't go out and do it.
Yeah.
You know, like he knows he needs help, but he just doesn't do it. Despite everything, despite like um what he's going through, and that he knows what he's going through. And when he's in the song, it mentions that he looks towards the lighthouse, but there's no lights. Like nobody's in there. Like he's looking for help, but there's
Mhm.
nobody there. So he just sinks, and then towards the end of the song, he just accepts it. So pretty much, this is like him saying, "I accept my depression, and this is my time to go."
Yeah. When you started explaining that song, it kind of made me think of the song that I showed you, him and Maxium. Uh, in that song, it's very nice. I mean, it was played by a drum corps. It sounds it's very impactful. Even just not paying attention to the lyrics, but if you pay attention to the lyrics, it's a lot about reminding someone that they're being heard, that they're not being ignored, that someone out there is cares for you, that to not feel sad or depressed because someone is gathering everything you drop, show that you're understood, lines like that where it's like there's people out there for you, don't ignore that. And so while I don't know what axiom means, uh, based on the lyrics, I mean, I don't know what that word means to anyone, but I know that the song is always conveying a feeling of warmth, a feeling of like a hug, because it's always ascending and always just kind of reaching a point of very, even though at points the song gets louder, the song gets like dense, it still seems warm, it still seems like you're being taken care of, and that's what I get out of the lyrics. It's just to remind you that, I mean, as much as you can feel shortcomings or failure in your life, there's people listening, there's people there for you. So I don't know, analyzing music is always a trip, because one would really never know what they're trying to talk about, as even as much as you can. There's bits and pieces there that one can catch, there's bits and pieces that others don't, so it's very subjective. So it can mean anything to anyone. Now there's the ones that are more explicit, like Eiley, where it's literally just telling the story.
It's honest. Eiley tells you straight up what it is.
Yeah, it's not vague whatsoever.
You know, it's kind of crazy now that I'm like with that my whole take on the Into the Ocean song. As I started like thinking about that, throughout these years of listening to it, I realized that song like really hits heavy for me, or at least that interpretation of it hits heavy for me because it's in pretty much the same way.
Yeah.
And funny thing is, my biggest fear is drowning in the ocean. Like the thing I hate about the ocean is not what's in it is scary too, but my biggest fear is just sinking and sinking and sinking and sinking and just drowning in the ocean. Like that is my biggest fear. I think it's because I almost drowned once as a kid.
Probably.
Yeah.
That'll get it. That'll do it.
Like I would have like at random points, like just a few months ago, I actually had a nightmare like this, where, you know, like you see a third person, or you see me in first person into the water, and you see nothing at the bottom, like it's bottomless ocean. And then I'm just spinning around and trying to like get up, but the more and more I spin, the more and more down I go. So all you see is like my hands like this, and you see like little streams of water like from here, like how it leaves a trail.
Yeah.
You see that, but like in a like almost like a cyclone kind of.
Yeah.
But just me going down and down, and it switches to like a third person. You just see like two whales around me, like circling me as I'm falling like further and further into the ocean. And in the third person view, it's literally just like a funnel type of shape of light, but it's like kind of greenish water.
Yeah.
Like how you like think ocean water actually looks like. That's and there's a dock there.
Yeah.
And then it just like fades. Like it's like a cyclone of the green water, and then everything else in the water is just all black, like pitch black shadow.
Yeah.
It was trippy as hell, man. It was crazy.
And that's when I woke up and realized I was still at work. Dang it.
No, that wasn't at work. That was at home. I was like, what the crap? Like I was legit scared, dude.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, that felt so real. That's why whenever I would put on my Oculus, I would never like do the ocean one where you can see like all the fish, like the dolphins underneath. You can see the sharks and stuff. I would never do that unless like I was in the shark cage, because at least I could see a bottom there. Everything else I would not be able to see a bottom, and I was just like scared. Like that's what like really like scares me, is like the bottomlessness of the ocean.
Yeah.
Like you just keep falling, you'll never reach a bottom. It's scary when all you see is empty water around you.
I guess the same thing would be like those dreams where you're just constantly falling out of the air, but there's no like end in sight, where you're just constantly falling.
The thing about those, though, when you're falling in the air and there's like no end in sight, for me it doesn't scare me per se. Like for some reason, every time I'm like having a dream where I'm falling in the air, or like falling off a building, at some point like halfway down, I'm like, it just feels calming. Like I smile for some reason. I don't know why.
Who knows, man? There's different things that relax anyone, honestly. For some it's massage. For some it's like an act of extreme activity. So whatever it could
sad.
be. I mean, maybe.
Like you're falling to your death and you're smiling because you know you're falling to your death.
Okay, that's something different. But like I said, the way I described it is there's no end in sight. It's just constant falling.
Because, yeah, there's no end in sight. Yeah, but you know you're going to die regardless. Because, like, the really tall buildings.
Yeah.
You just fall off of one of those. And you're just looking up. You can't see the ground behind you. You're like this kind of, like, as you're falling.
Well, yeah, but most people, I think even, like, victims that had to fall off or jump off buildings, like, I've heard most have heart attacks on the way down. So they don't even get to the impact point. How did we get here?
I don't know. We talked about overanalyzing a song, then that brought up depression, and then that turned into, oh yeah, I fear the ocean. And you're like, oh yeah, bottomless skies too. I'm like, wait, no.
It's like, no, I enjoy falling constantly.
I want to go to one of those like wind tunnel things where you can just like,
just like float back up and down and just keep, like it's kind of like constantly falling.
Feel like falling constantly. Because I don't know why, just the air like hitting my back and pushing upward on my body, like just this feels so relaxing, and I don't know why.
Oh, there's somewhere we could try it. I'm sure we could go sometime.
Alright, vacation time next summer. Let's do this. Also, funny thing is,
Mm.
people are getting a peek at the editing process.
Oh yeah, I mean, I guess, but that's from the episode of the week before this comes out.
Mm. So
So
if you want to know how last episode is made, here it is.
it's on Premiere Pro. If you know what's going on, you know what's going on. If you don't, well, I mean, it's Premiere Pro. Learn.
Right here on this camera.
Yeah,
Here.
on right there. Yeah,
On this camera, I don't know where we are on this camera.
it's somewhere.
It's right here.
But anyways, I think it's a good time to call it. I think once we reach depression, I think we need a cool off. We need some time to go to something.
Most people think it's time to end. Time to end once they hit depression.
No, disregard that comment, please. On it, if you
Edit
have
this out.
no, yeah,
I made this just for you.
get out. But anyways,
No.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in into this episode of the CodeO-cast. Make sure to check out all the other episodes that we got. There's some great ones, and there's some great ones,
And there's some.
and there's some great ones.
And there's some that are good but haven't gotten the views that they need yet. Please watch our stuff.
Go check out the podcast
Please.
and
Get us a sponsorship.
and do
please.
remember that now we're now.
Please, get us a sponsorship.
Stop begging.
I'm begging you.
Stop
I'm
begging.
begging you.
Stop begging.
Please. Make this guy start an OnlyFans.
No, wait, what? No.
Now we can make money now.
Remember that we now have audio versions of the podcast in case you don't have the time to sit down and enjoy our shenanigans through video. You can enjoy our shenanigans as you're on the go, while you're cooking, while you're running, while you're dealing with dumb friends. You can listen to it while you're on the go. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. We'll always be here every Thursday. Go check out the Dig channel.
Working for no pay.
There's videos going up there every week, and they're ready for your enjoyment. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on the next
Patreon, please.
on the next
Make us
episode.
get paid for this, please.
And we'll see you next time on the next episode of the CodeO-cast.
It's like you knew what I was gonna do. I was gonna go, Meowdy.